Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and we're playing the Monster Hunter World Beta. So this is going to be a solo run of me hunting the Rathalos. This is actually the Great Jagras hunt, and I've spawned in the Ancient Forest camp. And all this preparation you're seeing me do here, you want to do very quickly, because if you're too slow, the Rathalos is going to fly away from where it starts. So the first thing I did was go to my item box and grab the pitfall trap and the flash pods. And the flash pods are absolutely essential because you can use them to bring him back down to the ground. So I went ahead and ate for attack. If you're doing multiplayer, you might want to eat for defense instead because he does hit like a truck. But otherwise, I set a waypoint for the dam because that's basically right next to where his nest is. And I'm putting on the Rocksteady mantle because this lets me ignore his roars and wind pressure, and it should allow me to tank some hits without flinching. So I find it to be the most useful mantle so far. Yeah, so I am using Lance, and this is a setup that gives attack up 4, and I think it also has speed eating. Yeah, so that's all it has on it. Yeah, so there I loaded the flash pods into my slinger, and like you just fire directly at the monster, and it causes them to fall out of the sky if they happen to be looking at it. Yeah, and I don't know if it's just the beta, but it looks like flash pods take really easily. It pretty much almost guarantees the monster will fall down. I haven't really had an occasion where I fired a flash pod and it didn't take effect, so I'm happy to see that. Yeah, so you have 5 flash pods in your item box, so you can only carry 3 at a time. Alternatively, you can also, if you find any flash bugs on the field, they'll automatically be converted into flash bombs. Okay, yeah, I managed to mount him. Yeah, so far I am really enjoying the beta, and lancing has been fantastic. I'm really happy with all the differences that they made, and Lance just feels really fluid, and it can do a really good job of controlling distance now with how good charging is. Yeah, and I'm finding that I can mount really easily with Lance too, so Insect Glaive and Lance are the only weapons that can naturally mount monsters without ledges. And that was a bit of a waste of a mount because Rathalos accidentally got swept away in the stream there. I'm not even sure how the dam broke. Also, how the crap did I do that? So apparently you can go immediately from a jump into basically hitting the ground running in a lance charge. I don't even know how the controls for that works exactly. I was trying to activate my slinger to grab those vines, but I don't know how that works either. But yeah, so Rathalos' moveset is still fairly similar to how it was back in the day. And he just ran off there. So when he rages, he always takes a step forward with his left foot and he roars. And then he immediately jumps into the air and does an area of effect fire blast on the ground. So if you're stunned by that roar, there's a pretty good chance you're about to get a face full of fire. So yeah, make sure you avoid that. Okay, one more flash pod to get him out of the air. I'm a little bit on fire. Okay, and if you see him kind of like just scratching at the floor with his foot, that means he's just growling. It's an opening for you to just go ahead and do some damage. Yeah, I watch Octane Blue and his group hunt a lot. They're fantastic. They call this litter boxing. You know, because it looks like a cat scratching its litter. Yeah, and so that's a new attack that Rathalos has in Monster Hunter World, where he'll just do a short hop into the air and just basically stomp on your ass. It hurts a lot, and it'll send you back pretty hard. It also, I think, has some chance of poisoning you, and that's no fun at all. Okay, here comes a tailspin. I'm really glad that they... its hitbox is a little weird too. I'm really glad that they changed the tailspins. Monsters generally just do one tail swing, or they'll just do a sweep right and left. But this is a lot different how in older Monster Hunters they always do 2 tail spins in a row, and it always looks really unnatural. So yeah, I'm glad they tried to make the monsters seem more natural in their behavior. Oh, and it looks like all of the Rathalos' insta-charges are gone. And I am so happy about that. I've been farming this bitch since Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, and they can basically go from 0 to 60 in 0 seconds. And that's why they call it the insta-charge. Ah, fuck. Yeah, so there's the dive attack. Oh, God. And it is Rathalos' cheapest attack. Because in this game, it seems to come out really fast with not much of a tell. And it poisons and stuns you in one hit. And of course, he is free to follow up with whatever attack. So in some cases, you just can't really avoid death. So I actually did see the attack coming, but I was trying to counter the hit. And it looks like it can't be countered, which is really annoying because I'm fairly sure I could counter in older games. But yeah, maybe that's an attack where you'll just have to block regularly, or possibly it might be unblockable. I'll have to go back and check later. Okay, there goes my last flash pod. Yeah, so I am making sure to aim for Rathalos' head. I believe that is his weak point for cutting weapons. Potentially it could be his wings, but he definitely holds his wings much higher in World, so I'm not going to worry about it. Also, it is pretty convenient to aim for his head, because if you're soloing, he is just like basically facing you the whole time. So that's what I'm taking advantage of here. Yeah, and you see how if you aim for something that's not a weak point, you just do so little damage compared to whatever else. So like 20 compared to 9. Oh, and also, I equipped my Palico with the 3rd weapon that's available with his, God damn it. Yeah, I really hate how the camera does that. Okay, so there's Anjanath running in here, and... wow, Rathalos just freaking left. Yeah, so I equipped my Palico with the 3rd weapon that's available to him, and it's actually a poison status weapon, so... definitely take advantage of that, because it's definitely a lot more useful than whatever else. You have a cutting weapon which may cut off tails, but I don't know how reliable the Palicos could do that in this game. There's an impact weapon which could knock out the monster if your Palico hits him in the head. I haven't really seen any evidence for that being good, but it looks like if your Palico is using the status weapon, he'll apply poison to the monster, I think about 2 times per hunt, and that's really good. And you do have your own poison knives, but this is totally great too, because you don't even have to worry about it. Okay, so we're just chasing after the Rathalos. I was thinking about fast-forwarding through this just to decrease my rendering time on this, but I may as well just keep it raw so you guys can know for sure what my kill time is, not worrying about it. Okay, finally caught up with him. I am out of flash pods, so I need to figure out how I'm going to deal with him when he's midair like this. Oh, there's that dive attack again. Oh, shit. I totally messed up that timing. Oh, God. Yeah, I was trying to counter that again, and it didn't take, so... yeah, that is his, It looks like they totally changed his pin attack, so he'll grab you and just throw you across the room, and it looks like after you land, you're grounded, so you'll have to shake your controller around a bit to get back up. Oh shit, it came to me. Yeah, and I am really appreciating how much reach the Lance has now, because it looks like Rathalos is flying pretty low to the ground, and I can pretty much just attack like willy-nilly and I'll catch something. So yeah, I'm really appreciative of that. Because in the older games when Rathalos is in the air and you're lancing, you basically have to wait for his wings to be on the downstroke to maybe catch the tip of the wings. And that system was just crazy. You may as well just sheath your lance and just, I don't know, throw a flash bomb or something. Oop. And he hopped all the way up there, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch him. Oh wait, he got caught in the pitfall trap I said earlier. That is really convenient. Yeah, so the bad thing about pitfall traps is the monster will be struggling to try to get out of the hole it's fallen into, and that can cause it to flail around and make it hard to like hit its weak point. So, okay, here comes Fireball. I'm gonna hop back, and he is leaving. All right, good opportunity to sharpen. This is going pretty well so far. Aside from, you know, taking that horrible combo to the face earlier, but... Okay, so he was limping. I'm trying to figure out where I should go. That's weird. Why is he flying all the way southeast? So I'm gonna run after him, but if he's limping, he's probably gonna return back to his nest to go sleep. So I think eventually I am gonna fast travel to the ancient forest camp, and that should essentially just sit me right next to him. I am loving fast travel. Oh, let's see. Should I grab any more stuff? It should be okay. God, the map up here with all the vines and paths and twisting trees and shit, it is crazy to navigate. I really hope that they, you know, make that less crazy looking in the main game. That's just really unnecessary. Okay, so I'm going to place a shock trap there in case he hops into it, and put, so my Rocksteady Mantle recharged, and I put that back on. And it looks like the hitbox for bombs is a little too precise. Yeah, and it looks like I didn't get the sleep bonus because I think bombs are supposed to do 80, like when they have that bonus. They just did 60 instead. So it looks like my lance poke is what woke him up, but it's not a big deal. Okay, let's see if we can lure him into the shock trap. And holy shit. Okay, so he's in the air. I don't have my flash pods, so I'm going to actually use my paralysis knives to get him out of the air. So that will knock him down, and as soon as he hits the ground, he'll be paralyzed. And this is it's a really great tool. I'm really glad that they provided all that equipment for your slinger. And there it is. That wasn't bad. Not so flashy and cool, but that was a pretty efficient hunt. Yeah, so I think that was about that was about 13 minutes. So that's not bad for solo. I probably could have done better. Probably would have gone faster without the death. Alright guys, that will be it for this hunt. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.